Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm making a quick Alka-Seltzer, like Alka-Seltzer cold. If you guys haven't, I don't know if this is clean or not. We gotta figure that out. If you guys have a cold, or Alka-Seltzer plus severe colds. Okay, just making sure. My mom just got these from Costco. She gave me a whole box, and this is like the #1 thing I use when I'm sick. And you put water in it, and then you mix it, and then you drink it. So let's do that. All right. Also made some oatmeal because I feel like I shouldn't do this on an empty stomach, but here we are. So today is, I'm winded. Today is a preschool day. So my daughter has preschool and I also have a doctor's appointment like 30 minutes after I drop her off, but I made it a telehealth with my doctor. So I'm hoping that'll be 1 on time and 2 a pretty quick appointment just to chat with her. And then I really want to kind of do stuff around the house because I feel, you know, when you're so congested, if you guys saw my last video, I mentioned that I had a cold. It started on Friday and today is Thursday. And I do think I'm starting to get like over that hump finally. Yeah, it's not bad. I didn't have a fever at all. It's just more of a nuisance, but I'm getting over the hump, which is great. I just feel so congested still. And like I have a bad cough and like a stuffy nose. Not that anyone really needed all those details, but that's why I'm taking Alka-Seltzer and I need to eat my breakfast too. But I was just kind of looking around the house and there's just like a lot of obviously like deep cleaning I would like to do. A lot of just like regular house things that need to get done. These dishes need to be put away. I did bring out my Christmas mugs from the basement. I'm gonna talk to you guys about like what my plans are for the holiday season. I love this one. I got this years ago at Marshall's. I also didn't realize that I have so many Christmas mugs. So here's your PSA to check what you have because I'm actually overwhelmed and I don't think all of these are gonna even fit where we keep all of our mugs. So I'm gonna have to think about that. And like, this is so cute, honestly. I bought this last year at the tree farm that we got our Christmas tree at, but in terms of practicality, I'm like, what do I do with this? I got this little cutie. He's very small, good for tea. We went to Stockbridge, Mass. I'm pretty sure it's Stockbridge, Mass. And is it Stockbridge? Yeah, sorry, I'm confused with like Stonington, Connecticut. No, it's Stockbridge, Mass. Very cute, but it's very small and it was very overpriced, but that's okay. That's okay. We can learn from my mistakes. Like, don't impulse purchase. But like, I have so many. I have this. Can never say the brand. This is so cute. I actually took this from my sister years ago. I love this mug. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then I guess I'm showing you all my Christmas mugs. I got this cutie at Marshall's a couple years ago. She's a beaut. My sister has a spring one that I think is so cute. I love mugs. I feel like they're a great inexpensive way to add joy to your life without breaking the bank. This one, I'm like, do I need to part with this? I did thrift this cutie from, I don't know where I thrifted her from. Maybe like Goodwill, but it's still wet from the dishwasher, but it's from World's Market. She's cute. She's just very delicate and dainty. So I don't go for her usually. Oh, and then this morning with my coffee still in it, I got this at Marshall's last year. I think this was last year. Super cute. Sorry, my coffee, I didn't finish, is in here. So here's your PSA to always check your decor. We did put up a little Christmas tree that I got at Michael's last year. I'm pretty sure my mom gifted it to me last year. I think that was the first time I had it in this house. So last year I put it upstairs in our bedroom because I will give you guys like a health update maybe later because I don't know when. I still might be having surgery in December. I might not. So I'm just gonna kind of take you guys along with me. I haven't fully decided what I want to do for Christmas decor. My mom got me this from the Dollar Tree that I really wanted. I almost picked it up and then she was there and I was like, oh my gosh, please pick that up for me. It's just super cute. So I just hung that right there. I'll show you guys. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm gonna bring my daughter to preschool. I'm gonna come home and we're just gonna bang out just as much cleaning as we can. I'm not sure what I'm going to get to or not get to, but I'll just kind of show you guys the status of our home and some areas that we need to pick up and clean. And I need to check this like right now. So let's get into the video. Okay, before we get started, should I turn this light on? Will this help? Oh, that's a little bit better. How cute is this little guy? I don't know. There's something about when my mom has stuff in her house from my childhood, it just makes me think of that, and I want to spread that in our home. It's very random, but I don't have anything on this side. She actually got me 2 little signs like this from the Dollar Tree, but my daughter put one on her door, which I'm totally okay with because I want her to have these cute little memories. But I just think it's so cute, and it's inexpensive, and it just adds a little bit of joy. Okay, so I don't know how much I'm going to get to while my daughter is at preschool, but I just wanted to kind of show you the status of our bedroom. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but these sconces, I used to have sconces here and here. I didn't like them, and we had a bed frame here that I got on Facebook Marketplace, but every time you move, it makes the loudest noise. So like when you're sleeping, and it like bent backwards. So we got rid of that. We are gonna probably paint this wall over because it left little marks. I'm gonna try to get rid of these little marks. You can see right here. With magic eraser, see if that works. Then if we could just kind of roll these areas eventually. We're not there yet because we're just kind of in a saving mode right now. And we want to prioritize like just saving our money and working on bulking our emergency fund. But eventually, at some point, we definitely would like to upgrade to a king bed. But you know, what we have now works. Even like our bedding, I've had this bedding for a while. It works. We sleep with all these blankets all the time. Sorry, this is kind of really random, but I do want to kind of tidy up in here. We have the humidifier because I've been sick, but I'm going to start by making the beds, and then I have a big load of laundry downstairs that I need to fold, so I will show you guys that. The bathroom is in rough condition, and I think just a quick little tidy. The toilets need to be washed. They're starting to get very, not to gross you guys out, but very dirty, and I just did those a couple weeks ago. Definitely need to do the showers at some point, but I think just putting things where they belong, cleaning surfaces, making the beds. I've been on top of like me and my husband, obviously, like making the beds, vacuuming, laundry, obviously got to figure that out. And then I would love to make her bed. I have my appointment very soon though, so making the beds. She took this for my surgery, so we're just letting her use it, whatever. I don't care, as long as it doesn't break and I can use it for my next surgery. But I'm gonna make her bed, and I want to show you guys, actually, this weekend. Was this weekend? No, Veterans Day. So we made some changes in our guest room. I vacuumed last night. You can see the carpet, the vacuum lines, but my husband put up our small woods in here, which is great. And then temporarily, I just put this tree from our master bedroom in here. I have a planter that I think I'm going to put there, but whatever. This is perfect for now. I like how we moved the bed because you can just, it's more breathable. You can move around in here. So this room is kind of like a work in progress. It's not perfect. I'm going to need this bed for surgery, so I'm not like too stressed about it. You know what? I also just want another little PSA. I put this tape here because we purchased this bookshelf brand new. I can't remember. Maybe it was from Walmart. My daughter and her friend got into these books, so we just kind of like threw them in here, and they're all crazy right now. But this is why I just like older things that are just made of better quality, because this is such a cheaply made bookshelf. But I was on Facebook Marketplace, and of course, when you're looking for something, you can't find it. And now there's probably so many bookshelves, but it's just kind of annoying. I gotta figure out something for that. And then we have it safely secured. So that's very blatantly obvious, but in terms of safety, it makes me feel a lot better. So nothing crazy in the guest room. I have been working on like the closet and stuff. I have an extra blankie here. It's just good to have an extra bed. And I think that these look so cute. So this is a work in progress. I'd love to get like a desk in here at some point, maybe like a comfy chair. I don't know. The room isn't that big, so that you're kind of like limited with where you can put things, but I'm happy with this so far, honestly. Also very random. On Facebook, our Everything is Free page, I saw this clock posted, and I've been keeping my eye out for a kitchen clock. And I just love this one. And it was actually one of my daughter's teachers that posted it. So she's like, oh, I can give it to you during preschool. So I have to just check the battery. It would be very cool if it's a working clock that can actually, I mean, I don't know if that's an old battery or if it broke. I'm not sure. Either way, I think it's so pretty. Like, I just think that detailing is so cute. I feel like I've always thought of maybe putting a clock like here on this wall. We need to like paint that. I feel like it would look cute here even. I think it might be too big to go over there. Or I'm actually kind of thinking this might be perfect right here. I think that's really cute. Sometimes I need my husband here so I can like hold it up and get a vision, you know? But yeah. All right, I have my call soon and then we're gonna just start cleaning and getting the beds made. But I think this is so cute and I'm so happy, and it was for free and it's just so beautiful, and I should probably test out the battery and see. Okay, I just put a new battery in. I don't think it works, which is kind of a bummer, but I still gotta just wipe it down. I still think it's really cute, honestly, and I think we're still gonna, let me know what you think. I think I still might hang it up, honestly, because I think it's just cute. It adds something different and some warmth to the home. I really think I like the idea of putting it on this wall. So let me know what you guys think as well. But I think it'll look really cute there. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back with the voiceovers and back with the cleaning vlogs, or cleaning videos, I should say. Today I did a little bit more of a vlog incorporation, so I'm chatting with you guys. I have had somebody in the past say that they didn't like that kind of content, but to be completely honest, I really loved filming this video today. I feel like it took away a lot of the stress behind the scenes with editing, just showing you what a typical day looks like for me. And one thing that I always do, it doesn't even matter the time, it's always before bedtime, but usually in the morning, is I will get a load of laundry in and I will make my bed and my daughter's bed. It doesn't sound like it's a big thing, but I'm telling you guys, it makes a world of a difference to feel more put together, to get the house tidy, and it's my favorite thing in the world when I'm just bopping around the house, doing regular stay-at-home mom things, and I get to my room or my daughter's room to put away laundry or do whatever I'm doing, and the beds are already made. It really makes that much better of a difference in your day. So if you don't do that already, I would highly recommend. It's one of the first two things that I do in the mornings when I wake up. But like I said, some days if things get very crazy, very busy, I don't get to it until later in the day. That's totally fine, but I do like to get this done as soon as possible, especially if we're gonna head out for the day. I like to usually make the beds, get a load of laundry in, get the dishes out of the sink in the dishwasher, make sure I unloaded the dishwasher if that needs to be done, and just kind of keep things going. Because I find that once you stop, for example, like when I got sick, which life happens, I'm getting over this cold right now, things kind of pile up, they accumulate, and I'm usually pretty good with constantly cleaning. I feel like as a stay-at-home mom, you're just always on the go, you're always tidying up and cleaning things. At least that's how things run in my household. So being sick, and then my lovely Aunt Flo came to town, and then I got some news about my health. So I guess it's true what they say about things coming in threes, but things came in threes, and I was saying that the mess was not bothering me, but at this point today, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I think it was starting to get to me. So clean space, happy mind. I believe in that 110%. Leave a comment down below. What is one house project I think this is a good question. It could get a little crazy, but if you had the funds, basically, I was going to say infinite money. If you had the funds to do one house project in your home, what would it be? What would you do and why? I was just thinking about like this bathroom, and obviously I can't remember if I talked about it earlier on. I think I did talk about it, like building up our emergency savings fund. But once we get that bulked up and ready, I think at that point we are kind of ready to go head on with some house projects. But there's kind of a lot that I feel we are interested in doing, but definitely refinishing the upstairs bathroom. I just don't love all of the light white tile just because you can really see a lot of the mess, and I feel like I want more of like a moodier bathroom. I don't know. I have some ideas, but let me know. What would you change in your home if you had the budget to change it? Whatever that budget may be. What room? What is it? Your entryway? Is it your bathroom? Your kitchen? What would you love to change if you were able to change that? Let me know down below. I think it is so fun to get creative in your home, to have dreams and set some goals. I think making your house your very own personal home that is tailored to you, your family, and your style is so much fun. It does take a lot of time. It takes years, but it also just makes me really appreciate everything that we do have and the current home that we live in. Even talking about like dream projects, I feel like you never want to lose sight of what you already have. Okay, I feel a couple things. I feel like it is my favorite time of day, which is, excuse me, quiet time, and I can't even think, latte time. So I'm gonna make my latte real quick. It's my favorite thing to do. It really honestly is. It's a really bad habit that I am currently in, a 2 coffee a day habit, especially if you guys have an espresso machine. I like to buy these. I want to look into getting an actual espresso maker to see if it can cut the cost down, because I feel like these are very expensive. Oh, all of these are just like the regular coffee pods that we have in the morning. I just feel like it's a little bit more expensive, but also I really like it, and so does my husband. So I was trying to be like, oh, maybe we can go back to a regular coffee pot. And then we went to his grandparents in Maine, and nothing, actually while I'm here, I should just do this. Nothing against his grandparents in Maine, but we had just regular plain coffee. And it could have been the type of coffee too, but I don't know that I can go back after this. But I am really interested in an espresso machine. I just don't want to break the bank because I really only do like afternoon lattes. But right now this is fine. Like I really like it. I enjoy it. It's just I've been doing Walmart pickup for them. So you can either get them on, actually I can't find these on Amazon, these pods. But, sorry, mom brain. Speaking of Stockbridge, I got this last year at Stockbridge. This is before I loved espresso, so that's kind of funny. Works perfectly, so I use this every day. I use the same exact, why do I have so many of these out right now? I use the same glass cup every day. It makes me so happy. Did I show you? I think I showed you guys in my last video. So this is just like a Cynthia Rowley, I think it's like an alcohol, technically like one of those alcohol glasses, I guess, but obviously these are trending, and I bought this probably over a year ago maybe, and it came in a set of 2 and I broke it, which is unfortunate, but I still have this one, and she's going strong, and I use her every single day. I just rinse, wash, I use a little glass straw, and I don't know, it's just kind of like a vibe. It's a great way, honestly. I know I was talking about how these pods are expensive, but I have gotten to the point where I prefer to make coffee at home and drink coffee at home, and if we get it out wherever, like a local coffee shop or Starbucks, it really is a treat, so we can really enjoy it. So since September, let me get some ice for this, hold on. Oops. Oh my God, ice is flying. All right, this is what I normally, my daughter has quiet time. Also, I say 3.5, but she's going to be 4 very soon, which is so wild. But we just recently have been transitioning from naps to quiet time, and I really didn't want to get rid of naps, but nighttime has been really hard, and I've noticed in my husband like a significant difference. So it's really nice. So we do quiet time where I just allow her to play in her room for a little bit. Sorry, we don't normally, we ran out of milk, so we ended up getting this, the Walmart pickup the other day. But I don't normally, I used to drink this milk a lot, but I don't normally drink it anymore. I get this like maybe the O Organics brand from Shaw's. I think that's the milk we get. And then I do a splash of creamer. I know this is all so bad. This is probably not the best, but honestly, like my little cup of happiness right now, it's worth it. So, oh, and if you don't know, as if I'm like a barista over here, I feel like in a past life or another life, that would be so cool to learn how to make like Starbucks drinks and coffees, because I don't, sorry, bubble in my throat. I don't know how to do that. I always do the milk first and the ice. That way nothing melts. And then we just pour that in. I'm gonna do a little bit of this cold foam. I'm running low. I do want to, during quiet time, kind of spruce up the kitchen a little bit. I'm not gonna show, because some stuff with my daughter, I just like to keep it private because I love her so much. I just want to protect her privacy. And I did get a frame from Marshall's. I'll show you guys if we hang it up basically, and I put my daughter's school picture in it, so I'll just blur that part out. But I'm kind of thinking I was holding up like that clock that I showed you earlier, and then like this 8x10 frame, like gold frame with her school picture. I think that's so cute. So I think that's what we're gonna do for that area. But the only downfall of this see, did you see it? The only downfall of this, it's getting low anyway, is like after a couple uses, it just gets super, messy. That was also an excess amount, but I want to kind of use this up. So then I have to run it under the water, and then I gotta grab a little towel. Anyway, I think I was trying to say earlier that we're in a low spend season, a low to no spend season. So that for us just means like really like no excess. Is this cinnamon gonna come out? No excess spending where we don't need to be spending. And I'm proud of us. It's been glorious. We are me and my husband, our love language, we joke, is like food and going out to eat. And I like to just kind of give that a little mixy mix. And since like middle of September, when we decided that we were gonna just kind of like get a grip on like our like spending and habits and stuff, I'm just like really proud of us. We've been doing so great. We have really limited, like significantly limited, unless I feel like I could sit down, and I kind of mentioned how I want to talk a little bit more about finances and money. And I did make a video with a health update saying that I love money. And as I edited that, I was like, there's no editing that out, but I'm like, that came off very wrong. So I just want to be very clear. When I talk about finances and money, I want to talk about it in a way. I love Dave Ramsey's approach. He even, in one of his 7 steps, I think maybe step 7 is like once you've, done all those pillars that he has, or whatever you want to call it, that you give back. And I think giving back is so important. It's something I need to work on as well. I know some people tithe. Growing up, my dad and my mom always have done that with like the church and stuff. And I guess this is kind of like a long-winded thing, because I grew up going to this one church, but I think I want to explore other churches in the area. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine at dance, and it was just really nice to talk to her about this, because she grew up very similar to me with like how we were brought up with like our religious views and stuff. So, but going back to the money talk, because I'm clearly on a tangent here, I really enjoy talking about our finances in a way that like, I know that this money that we have with us, like money, greed, like that's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about money. And yeah, it's great to have financial goals and like watch your account go up. And sometimes I think money I always stress about everything, but my whole life have stressed about money, because I think I grew up where I just like, I don't know, you have different money habits, or like the way that you grow up and stuff. And I think my mindset was always like scarcity, like save. So like when I was getting my master's, I was living at home and I saved a ton of money, because I think I didn't know the reality of like what bills and a house and mortgage would cost. So I never really allowed myself to kind of spend. Like even now, like spending, it's just like, I don't know. I think there's like different ends of the spectrum with money, obviously, but this upcoming year, we have some financial goals that we want to hit, and I just want to be a little more cautious of our money, because if you're watching this, like, you may know, it's like either you work very hard or your husband or both of you work very hard, and we would get into habits where we'd eat out a ton and we're like, oh, it's fine, like, and then you kind of like clock into the reality of like $5 here, $10 here, and then you start adding everything together and you're like, wait, and then you just kind of think about like where you want your life to be. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about like money and financial goals. It's not like I love money, I want all the money in the world. Like, I truly, honestly, like, money can't buy you everything. I really do believe that. Like, if you have your health, truly, I grew up being raised that way. Like, that's number one. And I have had such a rocky health journey the past, like, going on like a year and a half to 2 years. Sorry, I'm listening to my daughter. So when I tell you, like, when we're talking about money, this is just more like, I think it's okay to have goals in this lifetime if there's certain things that you want to do and achieve, and whether you're spending your money in a way that you're overspending or you're underspending, whatever, like, what I'm trying to say is I don't think there's any harm in like learning how to better manage your finances. So I would like to talk about that here and there sometimes. I mean, one thing that we do, and I think we're going to up this fund, and I've been learning about like sinking funds and stuff like that, is we have a Christmas fund. So every time my husband gets paid, we put X amount away in our Christmas fund. So when it comes time for Christmas shopping, we have money put away for this. And I also want to share that, because you just never know with the internet what people are going to, like, one little sliver they're going to take out of your video, especially with something like this, with like money. I feel very, very grateful for the life that I live and that my husband lives. And I just want you to know that like every day I count as a blessing. And also, I think if I've learned anything with all this health stuff is I want to just always be prepared for the I don't want to say unprepared, but the things that could come up in life, like the unexpected is what I'm trying to say. So you always want to be prepared as best as you can for that. So I like to think of Dave Ramsey sometimes, where like, if it needs to go on the credit card, like, no, like it should be coming cash or checking. And if not, then we can't afford it. Is point blank. And I think we live in such a society where like saying that out loud, like, you know, people are like, you know, I also want to be cautious of how I talk about, excuse me, like money, especially around my daughter, or maybe just saying like, that's not in the budget for this month. Totally practical and reasonable. So those are just some ways. Sometimes when I get on here and ramble, I don't know if I'm sharing like exactly how I'm thinking, because I feel like my brain is all over the place, especially like looking at the status of this kitchen right now. But I do want us to have some better just like habits and goals around our money. We had a lot of student debt that we paid off years ago before I was able to become a stay-at-home mom. And I think we made a lot of very smart financial decisions back then. And then I think we kind of just like ebb and flow through life, like nothing crazy, but we weren't just, like I said, like really kind of tracking everything. It was just kind of like, sure, like let's go out to eat, or let's do this, or, oh, you know, you have overtime. Like, whereas now it's like, you have overtime, like let's pretend that money didn't exist and let's save that. So yeah, I just think that's where we're at, and maybe I'll share more. I don't know how comfortable I do feel sharing on YouTube, because I don't want things to get misconstrued, but I do know at the end of the day, I really do believe that like the followers and subscribers that are here and know what I'm saying and understand me and want to support me, you guys genuinely know like the goodness of my heart. And then also at the end of the day too, like I know what is going on up there. I know the goodness like of my heart and where I stand with like finances and money, because truthfully, like no dollar amount could replace like the love or the people that you have. But like while we're on earth and in this journey, like I just don't want another year to go by where it's kind of like, oh man, another one bites the dust. Or I feel like by the time we're 40, I feel like we have had these ideas and goals. And I think goals can change, right? Like financial plans and ideas to like, you know, achieve something that you want, but not just money wise, but like just like happiness and like enjoying our life here that we're given. So that's a rant. I need to try this coffee because, oh my God, she's so good. Okay. It's 1:36. I'm going to do kind of a speed clean, listen to some Christmas music, and I think I'm going to wrap up today's video after that. I have laundry to fold, but if I have time to film it, I will. If not, that's okay. But this is what I mean when I posted my last video with my health update. Like, this is the more realness I'm going to show you guys. I don't want to feel like I need to like clean the shower today, get to the toilets, which I didn't get to the toilets today. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm still getting over a cold. We had a really kind of wonky week and some up and down stuff with my health, but very thankful. I can give you guys an update maybe in the next video, but basically I had a dynamic ultrasound yesterday on my right hip, and I have a CAT scan coming up, and I may or may not be having surgery in December, depending what the CAT scan says. So all good things, all good vibes. I'm thankful for, you know what, like you just learn in life, and I'm just so thankful that we are getting these images and the imaging, and like one day at a time. Every day is truly a gift and a blessing, and we're just gonna keep on keeping on. So without further ado, guys, let's get on into the cleaning because it needs to be cleaned. Leave a comment down below. Have you decorated for Christmas yet? When do you like to decorate if you haven't done so already? How are you feeling this year? I know that our local radio station has already started to play Christmas music. I'm honestly not upset about it. I think it's great. The only thing sometimes I feel when I decorate too early is I start to get sick of it, and I definitely saw that happen with fall this year. So let me know what you guys think. We typically get a real Christmas tree, usually the Friday after Thanksgiving, but it may be Saturday this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. But to be totally transparent with you guys, I'm trying to feel out what I'm in the mood for this year. I mean, there's still so much you can do to celebrate the holidays with your family. You don't have to buy all new decor. I remember I still feel from like last year, I'm surprised because it's been almost a year. After I put everything away, I was like, I need a breather. I need to like declutter some of the Christmas stuff. It was just a lot. So going into potentially having surgery in December, I'm just trying to feel this out because I know what the recovery is going to look like if this is the surgery that I am planned to have. And I just know that like come by the new year, I might just be really sick of everything and I'm not going to be able to get rid of it. It's going to be my husband helping me post-op with my surgery and just like getting around and everything. And I don't know when I'm going to be walking again after this surgery. So I don't know. I'm trying to feel it out. I might do some decorations. I might not. We're just going to see how I feel, but I don't know. We're definitely doing a real tree, but there's a part of me that just wants to like deep clean the house, continue to declutter, but I don't want to take away that Christmas joy from my daughter, but also she's still so young that I think we can still make it so special. I have already completed my Christmas shopping and wrapping for her, which is amazing, and the rest of our family. Like I said, I just know that I have this surgery coming up, so I feel very incredible about that. And if something happens where I need to get this different surgery, it's a PAO, which would probably be the other surgery that I would need, depending what the doctors find. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And maybe I will want to decorate more for Christmas. But let me know where you guys stand on decorating for Christmas this year. Okay, if you have some laundry that you need to catch up on, whether you threw something in the wash or the dryer and you're rerunning that dryer and you know it's a big load, I don't even know how all of this fit in my dryer. This was all one load and I knew it was a massive load. So I kind of kept running it. I think I put it in the wash yesterday before we left for Boston. And then maybe when I got back, I just kept running it because sometimes with these towels, you have to really run the dryer because they're very thick and it takes forever. But here's your sign to just get it done because I feel so much better. I'm going to put everything in this basket. It's going right upstairs and I'm going to start a new load. And then also, if I have time tonight, I'm not going to film this, but I am going to start maybe like my daughter's shower mats, shower liner and everything, and then ours as well, so that hopefully tomorrow I can do a little bit more of a deep clean in the bathroom. But I feel so much better. I got done a lot of things, and I hope that you guys found this video helpful and motivational, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. I know I said bye to you guys in that last clip, but I also had this clip of me putting away the laundry in the basket. I still cannot get over how much laundry that we had. I just have no words, but I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.